Hello, my name is Jemmy, and today I'm going to be showing you three simple coding features in Python. But today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be using Sublime Text as our code editor. So yeah, if you're interested, here's a video playing. Hello, my name is Jemmy, and today I'm going to be showing you um another thing in Python. It is called SubLime, which is a Python code editor. It helps with our coding, and I'm going to show you how to use it later on and how to download it. So first of all, you just search up. Well, I'm using Sublime 3, so just search up Sublime Text 3, like this. Click enter. Then go to the first link, which says download Sublime. Click it, and then here there's just a bunch of information about the program. So there's this big button which is download. Click it, and then wait, no, sorry. In here, you have different versions of it. So right now I'm using a Windows, but if you're using a Mac, just go to OS right here. So if you're using a Windows, then what you do is you press Windows like this, and then if it downloads in here, then you click open after it's done. So we just wait until the icon comes up like this, and now we click open. Alright, now just click yes, and you can take this or not. Click next and install. Then just click next, and yeah, you should be able to click install, but since I already installed it, it it just pops up like that. But yeah, you should be on this page installing it, and yeah, that's it. So that's how to download it, and then after that you can have finish, and then you search up in your desktop right here, then just click open Sublime, and then it should bring you to an empty page, which is something like this, and just file, save as, go to anywhere you want to save it, and then pretend you want to name it test. Don't forget to add .py, which makes it Python related, or else if you just save it as test, right? Then for example, if you print, since I already saved it as this, I can't resave it. So yeah, just make sure to save it as .py. So I'll be seeing you later. Bye. Okay, so now that you're back from downloading Sublime, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to teach you three topics, as I said before: the for loop, the while loop, and how to communicate between Sublime and Excel. So let's see. First of all, why don't we talk about the for loop? So let me just comment the while loop real quick. Okay, now the for loop is pretty simple. If you want to test it out yourself, you can copy the code from me. First of all, make a variable that is a list, and after that you're going to say for I can be changed to anything really, for example A, E, I, O, U, anything short and simple. After that you're going to say in range 1 to 11. 1 to 11 is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you want your n number to be 10, that needs to be 11. So basically the n number needs to be plus 1. So if you want your n number to be 11, it's 12. Get the idea? Okay. Now after that, put a colon after the this command right here, and then you're going to say menu.append, and then parentheses I. This is to add I into the menu list. Okay. And then you can't see the results if you don't print it. So write print menu. Now after you're done, let's test out the result by clicking Control B, which is build. It shows down here. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's all lined up. But if you want it to be 11, then you change it to 12 and click Control B again. So now we see that changed from 10 to 11. Perfect. So that is the for loop. Pretty simple, right? Moving on to the while loop. Okay, the while loop is kind of like the for loop, really. What you do is you make a variable, okay, and set that variable to 1 right now, and then after that you say while count, which is the variable's name, um, is less or equal to 10. This is going to be repeating until count is equal to 10. Well, no, I mean until count is greater than 10. Then if it's still less or equal to, then we're going to print a count, and then we're going to add 1 to count, which is to increase it every time. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, just like for loop. But instead of being in a list like this, it's going to be straight down in a column. So let's test this out. Control B. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Now, unlike the for loop, the while loop, the end number right here doesn't need to be 1 greater than. So if you want to be 11, it's straight up 11. So yeah, you don't have to complicate yourself. Here we are, 11. Okay, perfect. So those are the 2 loops that I was going to show you for today. Now I'm going to show you how to communicate between Excel and SubLime, Python in SubLime, which is actually like decently interesting to me. In here, as you can see, article equal to open. This one is actually, I have to show you something else first real quick. In here, you're going to create a thing called article.txt, not .py, and then just grab a random text in. I grabbed one about coronavirus, about the pandemic, and how Americans drugs, they inventing it. And yeah, so grab a random thing, and you could be 1 word, 2 words, 3 words, a whole paragraph, a whole story. It doesn't matter. So grab it in, and now we create another program called, it should be called excel.py, but for some reason I named it auto translate. I don't know why. Okay, after that, you do article equal to open article.text, comma, and then quotation marks R, which is to open this guy right here, this tab. And after they open that, we're going to say article equal to article.read, which is to grab all this information in here and put it into this variable. Okay, after we're done with that command, then we're going to do article equal to article.split. This is split each word into a different like section. So yeah, dot split is to split like the into 1 word, which is actually already. So it's basically splitting the whole entire paragraph into like each word. Okay, get what I mean? Okay, after that we're going to print count, and then so this command is to print how much words are inside the article. So len is the range of it, and print count, and then we say like 48, 49, 100, etc. Okay, after you're done with that, this one you might need to, for these, you might need to like go into command prompt and do pip install openpyexcel, which is to insert like, how do you call it? An extension really for you to communicate with Excel. So after you're done with that, you do from openpyexcel import workbook, which is a code that they have in openpyexcel. And then these 2 are also some commands that you would need. So yeah, just copy these 2 down. Workbook equal to workbook, parentheses, sheet equal to workbook.active. Yeah, copy them down. And then sheet.append, as we saw in the for loop. Yeah, append is to add to something. So in this case, we're going to add to Excel. So we're going to add article, which right here is each single words, and we're going to add that. After that, we're going to save the Excel file as whatever you want, and then .xlsx. So pretend like food.xlsx. Remember to have this at the end, because this is like the last name of the file. Yeah. So once you're done with this, let's test it out. Okay, so we're going to rename this, because since I already tested this to make sure it works, I'm going to have to rename it so it doesn't save on top of each other. So how do I dog? Okay. Let me just do coronavirus, because it's what the topic is, coronavirus. Okay, so brilliant. Now let's Control B for control build, and there's 43 words in this article, and it finished in 0.5 seconds. So now if you go into your into the files that you have, then it should be there. So mine's is where is it? Okay, here, and boom, and here we are. Where is it? Well, this is the hello world that I tested, so it needs to be here. Coronavirus, there we go. And you can see that it splits each word into its own column. And yeah, that's how to communicate between Excel and Python in SubLime. So see you later. Bye.